Two teams set sail in the beginning of June. Tonight, they meet on the PCL waters with first place at stake. It's the Outer Banks Scallywags and the Edenton Steamers live from historic Hicksfield. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you. The Steamers and the Scallywags meeting for the 8th time this season. The Steamers with a 4-3 advantage. A win tonight would secure the #1 seed in the PCL if the Steamers will be able to take down the Scallywags, who have won 4 straight games, scoring at least 8 runs in those ball games. The Steamers coming out tonight in specialty jerseys in honor of the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation, teal with blue striping and an engraving of Jim Catfish Hunter. All of the jerseys will be auctioned off tonight during the game. Players announced we're getting set for the national anthem as we're coming to a close in the second to last week of the season. Steamers coming out, Scallywags as well. We'll turn it over for the playing of our national anthem.
Tonight's national anthem is brought to you by the Daily Advance. They've served Northeast North Carolina for over 100 years. To catch up on all your local news, including Steamers, scores, and highlights, read the latest issue of the Daily Advance or visit them at dailyadvance.com. This time we ask if you would please stand. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, tonight being performed by Joe Remkus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Steamers, Scallywags coming up next on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have one fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Steamers starter Alex Gianniscoli finishing up his warm-up tosses. Let's see who the Outer Banks Scallywags are trotting out tonight. Leading off the left fielder number 22, Hayden Freeze. Batting second, the center fielder number 12, Cole Mascolo, who had 3 hits, including 2 triples the last time these two teams faced off in Manio. Batting third, the extra hitter number 11, Aiden Feather. Batting fourth, the designated hitter number 10, Max Puckett. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 13, Josh Folks. Batting sixth, the shortstop number 8, Alex Uloa. Batting seventh, the third baseman number 18, John Simmons. Batting eighth, the catcher number 7, Noah Smeltzer. Batting ninth, the first baseman number 16, James Duncan. And batting 10th, the second baseman number 2, Riley Finkelstein. All behind left-hander Porter Buatti. Again, Freeze, Mascolo, Feather, Puckett, Folks, Uloa, Simmons, Smeltzer, Duncan, and Finkelstein, all facing off against right-hander Alex Gianniscoli. In his first start of the season, 7 games pitched, no starts, .83 ERA out of the pen, just 2 earned runs allowed, 6 walks, 15 hits, 15 strikeouts. Has not pitched since high school and is starting tonight. And the first pitch to Hayden Freeze is low and away. It's 1-0 and we're underway here from historic Hicks Field. In the 8th matchup of the season, the Steamers coming in with a record of 23-10. The Scallywags 14-9-1, and the 1-0 pitch is outside 2-1. Gianniscoli's last time out against these Scallywags in the Outer Banks 11-7 victory on Wednesday. And the 2-0 pitch from Freeze is swung on, grounded to second. Ben bounces over there, corrals it, throws to first, in time to retire Freeze. 3 pitches, 1 out here in the first. Let's see who the Steamers have defensively. Behind the plate, Tyler Overitis. Over at first base is Gabe Kirk. You just heard him. Ben Bausis over at second base. Luke Myers at short. Ty Garza at third. In left field is Nate Paulson. In center field is Drifton Paget. And in right field is Davis Halstead. And now Cole Mascolo stepping up for the Scallywags. And the first pitch from Gianniscoli is lined in a left field, a base hit. And Cole Mascolo continuing his hot play as of late. 25 hits now on the season. Cole Mascolo, as mentioned, 3 for 4 the last time these two teams faced off, including 2 triples and a double. Handful of runs scored. 11-7 victory. 7 runs in the 5th and the 6th inning for the Scallywags in that ball game. And now Aiden Feather up, and the first pitch is high. It's 1 ball and no strikes. The infielder from Chowan University in his 21st game, 61 at-bats, a .311 average, 19 hits, 12 singles, 6 doubles, and the 1-0 pitch is inside as Gianniscoli falling behind with the fastball here. It's 2-0. Well behind 2-0 to Freeze. The 8th matchup between these two teams. Scallywags have won 3 out of the last 4. And the 2-0 pitch is swung on, fouled off, including the last 2 ball games. Outer Banks shutting out the Steamers 8-0 right here just about a week ago. And then in Manio on Wednesday, an 11-7 victory with Outer Banks in control most of the way. 2 balls and 1 strike, and the pitch off and going is Mascolo. A strike taken and no throw. A stolen base out at second for Mascolo in a 2-2 count. For Cole Mascolo, his 10th stolen base of the year. He leads all Scallywags in an early runner in scoring position, and the 2-2 pitch is inside and it hit him. Aiden Feather will reach, and after the first batter ground out, 2 runners have reached, and now Max Puckett to the plate. A breaking ball that didn't break, went inside and hit Feather. And now 2 on with 1 out for the explosive Scallywags offense. It has scored 15 runs last night against Greenbrier, and a strike called by home plate umpire Freddie Rivera. Over at first base is Otis Moore, and third base umpire for tonight's game is Gavin West. And the 0-1 pitch to Puckett is a breaking ball high, and it's 1-1. One of our players to watch tonight, Max Puckett, 211 average, 7 hits in his last 4 games, 2 home runs in his last 3 games, including one a few weeks ago against Edenton. This one skied in the air. In the infield, Bausis waving his hands in the air. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. A huge out number 2 on the pop out from Puckett, and now there's 2 away for the right fielder Josh Folks. Going back to the Scallywags offense. 20-6 victory against the Redbirds on the 13th. 8-0 win, as mentioned here, against the Steamers. 11-7 win at home against Edenton, and then 15 runs last night against Greenbrier. And the first pitch to Folks is low, 1-0. Gianna Scully on the mound, featuring a fastball, about 4-seam, showing me the grip the other night. 2-seam, slider curveball. 2 fingers close on the 4-seam grip. And the 2-0 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. After the last game between these two teams, I was talking with Alex the other day and showing Jacob Raguni, the right-handed pitcher for Outer Banks. Players helping players at the end of the day, as the 1-1 is low, 2-1. Gianna Scully from the University of Lynchburg getting his first start in 4 years, telling me before the game, since high school. And he steps off. I couldn't call it a start as last time as well. Came in the 2nd inning of the last matchup between these two teams. Ethan Levy struggling. Inning and 2/3, gave up 4 runs in that ball game. The 2-1 pitch to Folks is swung on and fouled at the plate, and it goes to 2-2. Josh Folks, a right fielder from Campbell, deflects off of overriders. He'll get a minute behind the plate. Josh Folks in his 20th game, 65 at-bats, a 246 average, 354 OBP, 308 slugging, 16 hits, 12 singles, 4 doubles. And the 2-2 swung on, grounded softly to second base. Bausis gloves it and cannot get it out of his glove. An error gonna go to Ben Bausis out at second base, and now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Ben Bausis in his 2nd straight game now, starting at second base. Steamers starting second baseman Tanner Knowles away from the team, dealing with a university emergency. And now the bases are loaded for Alex Uloa, and he swings and grounds at the first pitch to short. Myers gloves it, takes it to the bag, and that will end the inning. Gianna Scully gets out of trouble. The Scallywags strand 3 on a hit, a walk, and an error. No runs across. We go to the bottom of the 1st. The Scallywags 0, and the Steamers coming up. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Is your kid a fan of the Clan? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Left-hander Porter Brady finishing up his warm-up tosses for the Scallywags. Let's see who the Steamers are trotting out there Tonight, leading off the shortstop number 3, Luke Myers. Batting second, the extra hitter, Giomar Santana, who reached 3 times in the win over Tarboro last night. Batting third, the right fielder, number 12, Davis Halstead. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 7, Ty Garza. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 9, Tyler Overitis. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 21, Chris Morris. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 29, Gabe Kirk. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 10, Nate Paulson. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 16, Drifton Paget. And batting 10th, the second baseman, number 1, Ben Bausis, all behind right-hander Alex Gianascoli. Again, Myers, Santana, Halstead, Garza, Overitis, Morris, Kirk, Paulson, Paget, and Bausis. Against left-hander Porter Buatti in his 10th game of the season, 9 games, 1 start, 23 innings pitched, 2-1, with 26 hits allowed, a 5.13 ERA, 29 strikeouts. His 3rd time this season against the Steamers. His only other start this year came at the very beginning of the year, June 1st, in the first matchup for both of these teams. In the first game of the season, when an inning and a third, he gave up 5 runs, 5 walks, and now he faces off against his teammate at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Luke Myers, to start off the game. Brady, 9 walks in the first 3 appearances, against the Steamers in his 4th game. In his 2nd year in the PCL, he pitched for the Tarboro River Bandits last season. And the first pitch from Brady is a fastball high here in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Mentioned in the open, win and you're in. If you're the Steamers, a victory for the Steamers tonight punches their ticket as the 1 seed in the PCL tournament, set to take place in a little over a week. Luke Myers in his 34th game. He's played in every game for the Steamers this season. .262 average, 2 doubles, 17 RBIs. And the 1-1 pitch from Brady. Swung on, grounded over to second. Fielded by Finkelstein and throws to first and retires Myers on 3 pitches. Defensively for the Scallywags tonight, behind the plate is Noah Smeltzer. Over at first base is James Duncan. At second base is Riley Finkelstein. At shortstop is Alex Uloa. At third base is John Simmons. In left field is Hayden Freeze. In center field is Cole Mascolo. And in right field is Josh Folks. Now Giomar Santana, the extra hitter for the Steamers. He had a pair of walks last night in the victory over the River Bandits. And the first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. Brady, a 2023 PCL All-Star, features a fastball and a breaking pitch. Fastball can run it up. And the 0-1. There's that fastball. It drifts high. It's 1-1. Kill Devil Hills, the First Flight High School in Manio. He's pitching here, looking to continue the winning streak for the Scallywags as the season is coming to an end. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner. There's that excellent breaking pitch. The lateral movement caught Santana off guard. Giomar, in his 25th game, 21 hits, leads the team in average, on-base percentage, .323, .506, respectively. And the 1-2 pitch, fastball way outside. A few changes for the Scallywags tonight. Jackson Thompson, Jack Ryan, playing their final games in the gold and black last night. Wonderful send-off. Manio High School returning home, cheering on their Scallywags teammates tonight. The 2-2 breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Brady drops the breaker and retires Santana. 2 outs. Started at the top of the zone and fell right into the breadbasket. And now there's 2 outs for the right fielder, Davis Halstead. A double last night in the first inning. The Steamers scoring 5 runs in the first inning on the road against the River Bandits en route to their 8-5 victory. Davis in his 29th game, 16 hits, 229 average. Team leading 6 doubles. And the first pitch, a breaking ball outside. Brady working that breaking ball ahead in the count, using it in all different types. Saw Lee Watson the other night right here in the River Bandits Steamers ball game. Use a heavy dose of breaking pitches, fastballs, and 1-0 outside. 2-0 to Davis Halstead, his second season with the Steamers. Playing, you could even say, a bigger role than he did last year. Coming in for Nate Paulson last year. He's a key MVP award winner playing center field, and this year batting in the heart of the lineup down the stretch. For the Clams, the 2-0 breaking ball way inside, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes. Halstead, who has a home run, 17 RBIs, tied for third on the team, and also getting it done on the bases. 10 stolen bases so far. 3 balls, no strikes, and the pitch to Halstead outside, taken all the way, and the Steamers have a 2-out base runner for the third baseman, Ty Garza. Tonight, the Steamers honoring Jim Catfish Hunter and wearing specialty jerseys to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. Proceeds will go towards the fight to strike out ALS. Steamers wearing teal jerseys, blue piping, and memoriam to Joan Hunter, Jim Catfish Hunter, was a host family in the Steamers' first season. Jersey auction going on right now, getting all the proceeds go towards a fantastic cause. Ty Garza up, 2 outs, Halstead at first here in the bottom of the first inning. Nothing ball game. And the pitch from Brady is a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Garza, in his 32nd game of the season, 105 at-bats, 30 hits, which leads the team, 286 average, 4 doubles, a home run, and 18 runs batted in. And a hit last night against the River Bandits in 5 at-bats. And the 0-1 pitch, Halstead takes off, strike call, throw to second from Smeltzer, and it's in time! A strike from Noah Smeltzer. Halstead gunned out at second. 1 left on the put out at second base. We go to the second inning. Scallywags Steamers tied up at 0. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Ferrogas. For easy and reliable service, Ferrogas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com.
Hi, my name is Ben Bausis, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Ben. You're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you tonight. Ben Bausis starting at second base tonight. He earned the save last night. One of 3 two-way players for the Clams, playing a big part in the Steamers' 8-5 victory last night. Hank Downham pitching, going 4 innings. Chris Morris coming out of the pen in his first appearance in a month. And Ben Bausis is at second base here tonight. 3 innings to close out the victory. Top of the second, and the first pitch from Gianna Scully is a fastball low and in to John Simmons. Infielder from Liberty, Simmons, Smeltzer, and Duncan. In the top of the second, and the 1-0 pitch outside. Teams leaving a combined 4 runners on in the first inning. Scallywags leaving the bases loaded. The Steamers and caught in the pickoff from an excellent throw from Smeltzer. And the 2-0 is big, cut and a miss from Simmons. It's 2-1. Simmons, in his 14th game, 38 at-bats, a 158 average, 6 hits, 5 singles, and he fouls the 2-1 back. It's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to John Simmons from Forest, Virginia. And he's 6 foot 185. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alex Gianniscoli on the hill, looking for a clean second inning. On the pitch, fastball lined foul. Simmons fit into that wall, third base, second base, versatile infielder. Both teams been moving guys around, getting to the end of the season. Players having to report back home. They report to universities for the fall, and the 2-2 pitch swung on, driven in the air to right. Playable for Halstead. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Fastball from Gianniscoli, working it to all sides of the plate. Here in the first 2 frames. And now the catcher, Noah Smeltzer, to the plate. Smeltzer with the amazing throw in the bottom of the first. A late jump by Halstead, but a great throw from Smeltzer. Perfect pitch to throw him out right down the heart of the plate. The first pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike. Smeltzer in his 10th game, 18 at-bats, 222 average, with 4 hits and 2 RBIs. And the 0-1 pitch inside. It goes above the head of Smeltzer. Behind him, and it goes to 1-1. Smeltzer starting tonight, as mentioned. Jackson Thompson going home along with Jack Ryan. And a stoppage here. Home plate umpire Freddie Rivera calling all the umpires in as head coach Zach Alexander coming down just to make sure the back throw they're getting behind Smeltzer, who's explaining his case, is looking at his coach, and the 2 catchers talking it out behind the dish. Alexander with a smile walking in. The 8th matchup between these 2 teams. 2 more next week. One here at historic Hicks Field next Friday. Teams will also play Wednesday beforehand at Manio High School and Coy Tillett Senior Memorial Field. The discussion here, a throw from Gianniscoli. He's had a few that have drifted inside to righties. And the umpires break. And Freddie Rivera giving an explanation to Zach Alexander, who gives the thumbs up. Set to resume play. Just a ball that got away from Gianniscoli is what is ruled. It's now 1-1. 1 out. Here in the top half of the second inning. And the pitch from Gianniscoli is a fastball low. It's 2-1. He's fallen behind hitters so far. Gianniscoli, 2 earned runs allowed, 6 walks, 15 hits, 15 strikeouts. And the 2-1 is fouled straight back. It's 2-2. As mentioned, Gianniscoli, first start of the season, didn't pitch more than 3 innings for the University of Lynchburg in the spring. Has thrown at least 4 innings 3 times for the Steamers this summer. The 2-2 pitch is low. It's now 3-2. Used in multiple different roles. Guys have gone down for the Clams and the staff. The players, innings limits. The 3-2 pitch swung on, grounded softly up the middle. Bounces, charges, gloves it, throw to first in time. An excellent play for Ben Bausis, who's had an up and down first 2 innings, to say the least. A few nice plays. Miscue in the top half of the first, and now there's 2 outs for the first baseman, James Duncan. Duncan, 20th game, 56 at-bats, a 179 average, and he takes the first pitch, a changeup in their first strike. And fastball breaking pitch so far for Gianniscoli, throwing that changeup. They get Duncan off balance, and the 0-1, a big cut and a miss. It's 0-2. Duncan starting first base tonight, a first base outfielder. Played right field this season for Outer Banks, and the 0-2 pitch to him, swung on, fouled straight back. Remains 0-2 from Illinois State University, 6'1", 190. From Sussex, Wisconsin. Did not play for Illinois State in the spring. Plenty of playing time here in the summer for the Scallywags. The 0-2, low and away, it's 1-2. Starting with Brantley Cutler for the Scallywags, in and out of the lineup. Away from the team tonight. Max Puckett taking down the DH for Outer Banks. The 1-2 swing and a miss. He struck him out with a breaking pitch. An excellent curveball from Alex Gianniscoli. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom half of the second. The Scallywags and the Steamers tied up at 0. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Feral Gas. For easy and reliable service, Feral Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at feralgas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back. Bottom half of the second inning. Scallywags Steamers. Porter Brady finishing up his warm-up tosses here in the second inning. Currently the PCL standings as we finish up the regular season with the playoffs starting July 31st. The Steamers, the only team above 500, sitting with a record of 11-5. Again, that record, it's not the 23-10 that represents the Steamers' big wins and losses against the Scallywags and the Tarboro River Bandits. Scallywags sitting in second with a record of 6-8 against the Steamers and the River Bandits, and the Tarboro River Bandits in third in the South with a 6-10 record. Those three teams at that standing representing the top three seeds in the PCL tournament. Postseason tournament, the Steamers winning it all last year, taking down the River Bandits in the final game. It's the first pitch to Ty Garza is outside, 1-0. Garza was up when Davis Halstead got picked off trying to swipe second in the bottom of the first inning. Garza over Ritis and Chris Morris. And the 1-0 pitch from Brady is and fastball is one way in. It's 2-0. Ty Garza, infielder from Barton College. Played 3 out of the 4 infield positions this season. Third base, played short for a handful of games. Was in at second last night late in the game. And the 2-0 pitch is high. It's 3-0. Made a handful of excellent diving plays at third. He's at tonight again. 3 balls, no strikes for Ty Garza. Tyler Overitis, few RBIs last night. Waits on deck. And the 3-0. In there, first strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. The Grosse Ile, Michigan native, Ty Garza, one of 2 players from Michigan, including Overitis on deck. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, popped in the air. First base signing gets out of play behind Smeltzer. Goes to 3-2. Scallywags, as mentioned earlier, have owned matchup the past few games. Won the last 2. Last 4 games. Outscoring the Steamers 23-19. The 3-2 pitch to Garza. Breaking ball inside. An excellent hold by Garza. And he's on with the Steamers' second walk. So hard to lay off of that pitch. Brady trying to get a chase on the inside half. And Garza standing strong and works a walk to lead off the inning. Tyler Overitis leading off the stepping in now with Garza at first. 30th game for Overitis. 20 hits, 238 average, 3 doubles, 7 RBIs with 2 in last night's ball game against the River Bandits. A sac fly, a single in the 9th that brought in a run. He takes the first pitch outside 1-0. And the Steamers' everyday catcher for about a month now, a little under a month. Making Winslow prior engagements with Duke University, giving Overitis the primary catcher's role. It's now 1-1. The foul ball. Giomar Santana has played a few games, but been mostly the extra hitter for the Steamers down the stretch. Ball, 1 strike. No runs, 1 hit for the Scallywags so far. No runs, no hits, and an error through the first inning and a half tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Brady throw over. Garza's back. Porter Brady last season, member of the Tarboro River Bandits, came in relief handful of times against the Steamers this season in his 4th game against the Teal and Black. And the 1-1. Fastball fouled straight back. Garza off on the play. He'll have to retreat to first. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tyler Overitis, the Clams catcher. West Virginia State University. Overitis in the spring season, 49 games played, 336 average. It's a similar pace, playing most of the games for the Steamers. Summer shortened schedule this season. Closing in on the final stretch. Steamers with 7 games left. Aim for the Scallywags. With a week left, the 1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. An excellent breaking pitch from Brady on the inside corner when Overitis swings through it for out number 1. Another strikeout for Brady, and now Chris Morris to the plate. Chris Morris, as mentioned last night, doing it all for the Steamers. Got a hit in that ball game. Played third base. He pitched for 2 innings. He earned the win in the ball game. Pitching in the middle innings, coming in for Hank Downham. He's up here with 1 on and 1 out here in the 2nd. And the pitch from Brady. It's a fastball outside, gets away from Smeltzer, and Garza will go up to second base as it bounds around in front of the Scallywags dugout. Brady's fastball so far tonight might have been in the strike zone, or when it's not, it's been way outside. Leaves the fastball outside, just the extension for the lefty from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. 1 ball, no strikes. The second baseman, Finkelstein, right behind the bag. And the 1-0, this one way outside again. And going to third is Garza. Another wild pitch for Porter Brady. Over to third goes Ty Garza, and now it's 2-0. And a productive out for Morris should get a run across. 2 straight fastballs from Porter Brady out on the hill, both escaping the glove of Noah Smeltzer. Wow, Smeltzer has been with the Scallywags the whole season. It's been a game difference, especially with him, Jack Ryan, and Jackson Thompson. Been the main catchers for Outer Banks this season. Some rapport with certain catchers as well. The 2-0 pitch to Morris is a fastball in there for a strike. Different signs, different relays, different signal callers. Smeltzer has done well this season, both from First Flight High School. 2 balls, 1 strike to Chris Morris, and the pitch. Fastball on the inside corner. The 2 straight way out of the zone. Brady putting 2 in there. And now it's 2-2. Gabe Kirk on deck. He's hit in 3 straight games. Runner at third and Garza, who walked to lead off the inning. Went to second and third on 2 wild pitches, and the 2-2 to Morris. Fastball swing and a miss. He struck him out. A huge strikeout for Porter Brady. He went up top with the cheese and struck out Morris, who went fishing, and now there's 2 outs for the first baseman, Gabe Kirk. Fastball from Porter Brady, accelerating up in the top of the zone. Now has 3 strikeouts to this point. Now Gabe Kirk in a lefty-lefty matchup, and he swings at the first pitch. It's 0-1 on that fastball. Kirk in his 30th game, 91 at-bats, 17 hits, 187 average. But as mentioned, has hit in 3 straight games, 2 RBIs last night against the River Bandits. And the 0-1 pitch on the outside corner, it's 0-2. And after the 2 wild pitches, Brady settling in 5 consecutive strikes, and all of them on fastballs. Defense straight away, no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from the lefty is a fastball way outside. It's 1-2. Mentioned Brady only his 2nd start of the season. Evan Panjwani, lefty for the Scallywags, pitching strong through the season. Ash Amelon, the last time these 2 teams played here, dominant as the 1-2 swung on, grounded on the infield. Finkelstein gloves it, throws to first, and it goes wide of Duncan. Kirk reaches. Garza comes in on the error from Finkelstein. Both teams now with an error, and the Steamers take an early 1-0 lead on a gift. A slow rolling ground ball to second. James Duncan, shrugging his shoulders, came to the bag late, and then Finkelstein tossed it wide. Steamers with a run across on no hits and an error now on Finkelstein. And now Nate Paulson to the plate. And the pitch from Brady is fouled straight back. Paulson returning to the lineup last night after a 8-day absence. Care of a family emergency at home. He's back with the team for the final week plus. He's in left field tonight. In his 20th game, 130 batting average, 4 RBIs. 2022 Giesecke MVP award winner, looking to turn it on late in the season. Big cut and a miss. It's quickly 0-2. Going back to that error from Finkelstein. The 57th error for the Scallywags this season. They've now recorded 11 errors in their last 3 games, including tonight. And the 0-2 from Brady is swung on, grounded. Finkelstein will have some redemption. He gloves it. He throws to first and retires Paulson. The Steamers take the lead on an error by the second baseman Finkelstein. A walk, an error, 1 left. We go to the top half of the 3rd. The Steamers lead it 1-0. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have 1 fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Fireworks coming up at the end of the month, the final game of the regular season against the Greenbrier Knights. Going to be a spectacle. If you want your tickets to that game, go to ShowPass /Edenton Steamers and get yours today. Top half of the 3rd inning, now 1-0 Steamers in front on an error by Riley Finkelstein. And the first pitch to Finkelstein in there at the plate. He takes it 0-1. 10-1-2, Finkelstein, Freeze, and Mascolo due up here in the top half of the third, and the 0-1 pitch is low. It's 1-1. Alex Gianniscoli, 2 innings so far, 1 hit, a strikeout, and 37 pitches. And the 1-1 to Finkelstein swung on, grounded foul, and it's now 1-2. Alex Gianniscoli working around damage in the first. Now 1-2-3 inning in the second. Now with the lead in his favor. Riley Finkelstein in there, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Breaking ball low and away, and Gianniscoli getting his second strikeout of the game, and now there's 1 out here in the third with Aiden Freeze coming up. An excellent 1-2 pitch of change-up diving out of the zone. And there's 1 out here in the third. Aiden Freeze, so far this season, has been the most productive hitters, not only on the Scallywags, but the PCL as he takes the first pitch outside. It's 1-0. So far this season, Freeze 25th game, 74 at-bats, 351 average, 608 slugging, 510 OPS. The 1-0 is outside, and for the second straight at-bat, Gianniscoli falls behind 2-0 to Freeze. 26 hits, a triple, 3 home runs on the season. He had a double, RBI double, a few walks the last time these two teams faced off, and the 2-0 pitch is fly to left center field, and Pursuit Padgett, he's underneath it, and he makes the catch in the left center field gap to retire Freeze. For 2 straight at-bats in the matchup between Gianniscoli and Freeze, the righty's fallen behind 2-0, but retires the Scallywags leadoff hitter. And now the center fielder for Outer Banks, Cole Mascolo, who has the only hit for either side through the first 2 innings. Single in the first, was left stranded over at third. And the first pitch, a breaking ball low. It's 1-0. The outfielder from Elon University, Fairfield, Connecticut native, has turned it on in recent games for Outer Banks. And the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Mascolo now with 25 hits on the season. The combination of Freeze and Mascolo has been the bread and butter for the Scallywags this season. Now a combined 51 hits, 51 out of the 189 to this point. 2-1 is low, and it's now 3-1 to Mascolo. 3 balls, 1 strike. With Aiden Feather on deck if the inning continues. 2 breaking balls here from Gianniscoli missing low. And the 3-1. Fastball swung on, line drive right field, and that'll get down for extra bases. Halstead plays it off the wall. Mascolo around first. He's going to get to second safely. A 2-out double for Cole Mascolo. He has 2 hits in the game already. 2 hits, both the Scallywags' only hits. And now he's at second base with 2 outs for Aiden Feather. Now 5 hits in the last game and a few innings against the Steamers for Cole Mascolo. Now Aiden Feather to the plate. Feather hit by a pitch his first time. A breaking ball that got away from Gianniscoli. Now looking to come through and retie the ball game. Bounces, guarding second. And the pitch from Gianniscoli is a fastball that misses low, 1-0. It was a high fastball that Mascolo, inside out swing, ripped it to right, and the 1-0 is fouled off. So tough to do as a lefty. Fastball coming in by your hands. Staying through the baseball. Inside out swing. Line to double off the regulator's side in the right field corner. Hit a few triples down into the corner the last time the teams matched up in Manio. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the extra hitter tonight, Aiden Feather. And pitch low, it's 2-1. Fastball all over the zone tonight for Gianniscoli. Found himself in some trouble in the first. Now another runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the third. And he steps off. It's 2-1. Other action in the PCL tonight. The Tarboro River Bandits playing host to the Wake Forest Fungo. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch from Gianna Scoli. Fastball swung on, popped in the air to right. Kirk going out, Halstead coming in. Kirk dives, and he cannot make the catch in foul territory, and it goes to 2-2. And Mascolo will retreat back to second base in that no man's land. Kirk going out. Back turn to the baseball, trying to make the basket catch, turn around and find it at the same time. Bausis going out, Halstead. About communication. Some of these guys haven't played consistently in their spots. Halstead in and out of the lineup at times. Bausis just back-to-back days starting at second base. And the 2-2 pitch to Feather. Fastball, this one popped up. In play, Bausis waving everyone off. In the grass in the outfield, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Steamers dodge a 2-out double by Mascolo, who's stranded at second base. We go to the bottom of the third. The Steamers lead it 1-0. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Welcome back. Fan appreciation tonight. You can get fans at the ballpark 25% off all merchandise tonight, as we appreciate the fans coming out tonight and last night as well. Neema's wearing specialty uniforms. The second jersey giveaway of the week. Chowan County Cantaloupes playing their final game of the season on Wednesday. Jerseys auctioned off during the game, and tonight another jersey auction. The Steamers wearing teal jerseys, blue piping with logo of Jim Catfish Hunter, the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. Jerseys auction, and all of the proceeds going in an effort to strike out ALS. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Steamers in front. 9-10-1 due up for the Steamers. Driftin Paget, Ben Bausis, and Luke Myers against Porter Brady. Just 1 run allowed on 1 unearned run on an error by Riley Finkelstein. He's gotten the strikeouts and limited any hard contact for the Steamers tonight. And the first pitch from Paget is lined foul. It's 0-1. Paget in his 29th game, 80 at-bats, 16 hits, a .200 average, 2 doubles, a home run, and 9 RBIs. Center field tonight. And the 0-1 fastball high and in. Paget's really been the main guy that's really stuck out in center field. Have Jackson Ellison, Ryan Kay, Nate Paulson, Davis Halstead, all of them kind of switching around the corner outfield spots. The 1-1 is outside. Paget has been the center fielder when he's been in the ballgame. Has made some incredible plays this season. 2023 PCL All-Star. Incredible first few weeks at the plate, as well as cooled off in July. And the 2-1 pitch from Ratty is a fastball on the outside corner. It's 2-2. A dose of fastballs, breaking pitches. Here in this at-bat, Brady mixing it up against the Steamers. Really half and half, you could say. Fastball, breaking pitch 2-2, see if he goes with the breaker here. And the pitch swung on, slow grounder to second. Finkelstein fields it, throws to first, is wide of Duncan, and he held on to the bag. Another wild play over at first base from the combination of Finkelstein and Duncan. James Duncan, as mentioned a few innings ago, played first off and on. Puckett is played over there as well, and Riley Finkelstein has had his troubles with errors in at second base tonight. An error giving the Steamers a run, and that one almost giving an early base runner. And now Ben Bausis to the plate. His 11th game at the dish, 14 at-bats. And the first pitch, a breaker in there for a strike. An excellent pitch over at the knees. It's 0-1. Bausis recording his first hit at the plate this season last night. Single, he has 3 RBIs. And the 0-1. Another breaker, this one fouled off. It's 0-2. That curveball from Ratty starts up, moves down, really more like a swerve out there, the way that it moves. Has the breakdown like a curveball, but also has that side-to-side movement like a slider. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and a 1-0 Steamers lead. And the pitch to Bausis, fastball, low and in. 1-2. Talking with Bausis Sunday here on the broadcast, saying been doing that transition his whole life, from starting one game, starting in the field like he did last night, coming out of the pen, pitching late in the game to secure a victory. It doesn't faze him anymore. The 1-2, big cut and a miss. The third breaker of the at-bat. Buatti, nastiness on the hill, and he retires Bausis for out number 2. Another breaking pitch. Started in the middle of the zone and disappeared low and in. Now the 4th strikeout for Porter Buatti. Now back up, the guy who's all too familiar with the lefty, Luke Myers. 0 for 1 with a ground out his first time. And the first pitch, fastball, low and in. It's 1-0. Myers, it's always nice to see for him, talking with Brantley, Cutler, Brady as well before the game, after the game, teammates in college. Chance to share some moments, families as well in town, as the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Friendly competition, the beauty of summer ball. Teammates going with you, but also teammates playing against, and a friendly rivalry going throughout the summer in the PCL. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the third, and the pitch to Myers. A fastball swung on, softly chopped in front of the mound. Ratty gloves it, throw to first is wide of Duncan, and it gets into right field. Myers around first, going to second. Folks tosses it in, and another error in the early going for the Scallywags. A wild throw by Brady. Myers up to second, and now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Brady going off to the first base side, had to come up and field it. The speed from Myers, but still a good throw. Should have got the Clams infielder. Another wide throw of Duncan. And the miscues defensively continue for the Scallywags. Now 2 errors tonight. They had 6 the last time these 2 teams matched up. They won the ball game 11-7. And the first pitch to Santana, big swing and a miss. He has a hole on the right side. Riley Finkelstein, the second baseman, walking around second. A potential pickoff, a huge hole on the right side of the infield for the Steamers' extra hitter. And the 0-1 pitch from Brady, breaking ball, chop, foul. And it's 0-2. Santana, mentioned, leading in OBP, 24 walks hit batters. Went for 3rd best on the team. 2 doubles, 1 of 3 Clams players with a triple. He's up here looking to drive in a run in the 3rd. And the 0-2 fastball way outside. Now 1-2. Brady now up to 51 pitches here in the 3rd. Counterpart Alex Gianniscoli with 52 pitches through 3. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Brady. Breaking ball, check swing, hard. Strike 3 by Eddie Rivera. Santana shaking his head, but Brady an excellent backdoor breaking pitch. His second strikeout of the inning. An error is left stranded. We go to the top half of the fourth inning. The Steamers lead the Scallywags 1-0. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have one fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Who's ready to rock? The second annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be... Welcome back to the top of the fourth. Max Puckett in there against Alex Gianniscoli, and the first pitch is inside, and it hit Puckett. First pitch, second hit batter. And the Scallywags have a leadoff base runner in the fourth inning. Fastball low and in. Got Max Puckett. 3 multi-hit games in his last 4 ball games. 7 hits. 2 home runs. He gets hit by a pitch here, and now Josh Folks to the plate. And time is called as Freddie Rivera going to talk with Steamers head coach Justin Hill. Hill coming out for an explanation. The second kind of conference from a head coach on a hit batter related or wild throw from Gianniscoli. First time was a question from Zach Alexander, the Scallywags head coach, on catcher Noah Smeltzer on a throw that went behind him. This one on a hit batter. Time is called. And another umpire meeting here in the fourth inning, as Rivera calling in the likes of Gavin West and Otis Moore. All 3 have umpired here before this season multiple times, but a few interesting calls on hit batters so far in a tight game, 1-0. And Rivera gonna trot back and talk with Hill once again. 2 more matchups left between the teams before a potential playoff meeting. And a quick explanation as Josh Folks coming to the plate. Folks so far tonight 0 for 1. Reached on an error by Ben Balsas his first time. All the way back in the first inning. Puckett over at first. On a hit by pitch after a handful of conferences, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. A fastball from Gianniscoli. It's 0-1. Fastball command. Been Gianniscoli's bread and butter this season. And the 0-1 grounded up the middle. Balsas shading towards the middle. Gloves it. Tosses a Myers for 1. The throw to first is wide. An excellent play by Kirk to prevent it from going to the backstop. But a fantastic play up the middle by Ben Balsas, shading towards center field. Gloved it. Glove toss to Myers, who got the lead runner. Folks replaces Puckett. And now Alex Uloa to the plate as some bullpen action for the Steamers. Reliever John Horton warming up. And Alex Gianniscoli wanting a new baseball out on the hill. Going back to that play in the bottom of the third inning. Myers reached on the short chopper back to Brady. Ruled a hit and then an advancement to second on the throwing error. Slow chopper in front of the mound. Going to be a really tough play for Brady, and ruled the Steamers' first hit. First pitch to Uloa is high. Uloa stranding 3 runners in the first inning on a ground out to short. And really the biggest threat from either team so far. And the 1-0 grounded to third. Garza snaps it, throws to second for 1. The throw to first is in time. Dazzling defense in the 4th for the Steamers. Bounces with a great play. Garza turns 2. And a runner's left stranded in the 4th. The hit batter. A fielder's choice. And a runner left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Steamers lead the Scallywags 1-0. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Some excellent glove work despite the 3 errors tonight. Pair of great plays in the top half of the 4th inning for the Steamers. Ben Balsis getting the force out with Luke Myers at second base to get 1 out. And a sliding snap by Ty Garza, who's done that a handful of times. Turn 2 to get out of the inning, and now bottom of the 4th, 3, 4, 5. The heart of the Steamers order up for the 2nd time around against Porter Brady right now on the losing end of what's been a brilliant performance on the mound. 3 innings a hit, 1 run allowed unearned, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Davis Halstead walking his first time on 4 pitches. And the first pitch to Halstead in there for a strike. Davis Halstead, as known as Day-Day. A lot of these players, nicknames growing up that have stuck. Got Boogie Saunders with the River Bandits. Boogie since he was 2. Davis Halstead, Day-Day, his whole life. And so 1 is fouled off. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. In a crucial game in the PCL standings. The Scallywags win will make next week really down to the wire, tying up the season series as the 0-2 pitch swung on, driven in the air to center. Playable for Mascolo. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track, and there's 1 away here in the 4th. Steamers hold the tiebreaker currently between the Scallywags and the PCL standings. Steamers 4 wins over Outer Banks. Scallywags with 3 wins, including the last 2. Ty Garza walked his first time, scored the only run on the error by Riley Finkelstein. And the breaking pitch outside. It's 1-0. What a Brady, that breaking pitch fastball combination. Started batters off with that breaking pitch. He's worked that fastball. Did he 1 issue so far? He's thrown a lot of fastballs outside of the zone, way outside. And the 1-0 fly ball, first base side. Duncan in pursuit, and it watches it go on top of the concession stand netting, and it goes to 1-1. The 2 wild pitches, while the error let the run cross. 2 wild pitches by Porter Brady to Chris Morris. Allowed Ty Garza to get from first all the way around to third. Of course, reaching on the throwing error by Finkelstein. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Brady. Fastball swung on, high chopper over to third, and it goes foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ty Garza taking over that everyday infield role. He's done a superb job. Came into the year to a season at Barton College. 196 average for the Bulldogs. 51 at-bats, 5 runs, and 10 hits. And the 1-2 swung on and missed. He struck him out. Smeltzer applies the tag, and out number 2. Another strikeout for Porter Brady tonight. Been dicing up the Clams hitters. Another breaking pitch that Garza swings right through. Strikeout number 6 through the first 3.5 innings. And now Tyler Overitis to the plate. Overitis, one of those strikeout victims. Garza getting an explanation from Freddie Rivera. Another stoppage here is head coach Justin Hill coming in to talk with tonight's home plate umpire. Steamers tomorrow and another conference for the 3rd time tonight. An umpire conference, this one over a strikeout. Imagine Garza pleading a foul ball in and out of the glove of Smeltzer. Home plate umpire Freddie Rivera calling it a swing and a miss straight away. And Rivera, West, and Moore want to talk it over. First time this has happened not once but 3 times in the first 5 innings of a ball game this season. Steamers tonight against the Scallywags. Tomorrow on the road, a 3 p.m. start against the independent Wake Forest Fungo, as Freddie Rivera calling the strikeout to stand. All of the calls have stood as they were called. Gavin West goes over to explain to Coach Hill as Garza swinging through the breaking pitch. And now Tyler Overitis up with 2 outs. Steamers only a handful of 2 base runners. 3, in fact. Myers, Halstead, and Garza. The first pitch over right is swung on, grounded to first. Duncan stays down, gloves it, takes it to the bag to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Porter Brady in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. The Steamers holding on to a 1-0 lead. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton, or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Trowon County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15, or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. The first call to the bullpen, brought to you by Feral Gas. Easy propane service starts here. Feral Gas. New pitcher on the mound for the Steamers, right-hander Tyrus Baumgartner is in his 11th game, 15 innings pitched, 0-1 with a save, 3 earned run average, 1.60 whip, 6.6 Ks per 9, 5 earned runs allowed, 12 walks, 12 hits, and 11 strikeouts. Pitched An inning against the Scallywags in his last appearance, and he's in for Alex Gianniscoli, who goes the first 4. 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, limiting the potent Scallywags offense. Scored at least 8 runs in their last 4 games. Gianniscoli really one jam. First 4 innings. A bases loaded jam in the first, and the first pitch from Baumgartner is lined into right field. A base hit for John Simmons, who welcomes Baumgartner with a single to right. And the third hit of the game for the Scallywags is a single by Simmons. The first from a Scallywag not named Cole Mascolo. And now the catcher Noah Smeltzer to the plate. Baumgartner, fastball, curveball, changeup. Calls it a Vulcan change that he throws. Slider. And threw that fastball to Simmons, who lined it to right. And the first pitch from Smeltzer's low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Baumgartner to Noah Smeltzer from Southern Shores, North Carolina. The freshman, 5'10", 170, and swings at the 1-0 pitch, flies it to right. Halstead coming in towards the line. He makes the catch for out number 1. 1-0 pitch, a fastball. Baumgartner underneath of it. And now there's 1 out for James Duncan. James Duncan, 0-1 with a strikeout so far tonight. With 1 on in a tight ball game in the 5th. And the first pitch from Baumgartner is a fastball in there for a strike. Tyrus Baumgartner has really come on in recent games for the Steamers. 15 innings. It's a late entrant to the Clams season. He's not allowed a run since July 1st. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, grounded foul, and it's quickly 0-2 to Duncan. There's that slider from Baumgartner. Starting it on the outside half, working it in against the lefty. And it's 0-2. And to get in the rhythm, but since July 1st, only 3 hits allowed, now 4 including tonight's. A handful of strikeouts mixed in as well. No balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch to Duncan. Breaking ball. Just missed. And it's now 1-2. Baumgartner, another breaker. Overitis held it on the outside half, but no call from Freddie Rivera, and it's now 1-2. Riley Finkelstein on deck. And the 1-2 pitch, fastball high and away. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Second straight night with the Steamers starter going at least 4 innings. Hank Downham going 4 innings last night. And the win over the River Bandits allowed a few runs, 3 strikeouts. And the 2-2 outside. And after getting ahead 0-2, Baumgartner has fallen behind. It's now 3-2 to Duncan. With Simmons over at first, a leadoff single. Look at the hit column. You think the Scallywags would be in front. The Steamers have a 1-0 lead. The 3-2 on the inside corner, called strike 3. Paint on the inside corner for Tyrus Baumgartner. And he gets his first strikeout of the game, retires Duncan, and there's 2 away for Riley Finkelstein. Finkelstein tonight 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Now his second at-bat of the game, and his first against the new arm Baumgartner. And the first pitch swung on, fly ball, right field, foul into the Scallywags bullpen. Quickly 0-1 to the infielder, set to attend at Cedarville University in the fall from Clarksville, Maryland. Infielder by trade, playing second base tonight. And the 0-1 off from first goes Smeltzer, gloved by Garza, throws to first low, and it gets by Kirk. Going around third is Simmons. He gets the wave on, and he will score. Garza gloved it. He had all the time in the world and threw it wide of Kirk. And both teams now have scored on an error. Off and running was Simmons. Garza, who's been strong over at third in recent games, throws it wide of Gabe Kirk. Now the ball game is tied up at 1. And the leadoff hitter, Hayden Freeze, to the plate, who's 0 for 2. And the pitch from Baumgartner's a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Now each team with 2 errors tonight. The Steamers had 4 last night against Tarboro, now 2 tonight. As mentioned, 2 runs on 2 errors tonight. And the 0-1 to Freeze. A breaking ball swung on, flied in the air, foul, third base side, and it goes to no balls and 2 strikes to the left fielder from Western Carolina University. Played at Moorhead High School. 11 games played in the spring at Western Carolina. 214 average. A double, 2 RBIs. Has exploded this summer. One of the most dangerous bats in the league. 0-2 is outside. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Hayden Freeze. Over at first base is Finkelstein, who reached on the throwing error by Garza. The 1-2 pitch to Freeze. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the fastball. Baumgartner gets out of the inning. The Scallywags get a run across on a fielding throwing error by Ty Garza. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. The Scallywags 1 and the Steamers 1. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Now a 1-1 ball game as Porter Brady getting set for his 5th inning of work. Going back to the top half. A throwing error by Ty Garza allowed John Simmons, who was running on the pitch, came all the way around to score from first. The second run out of the 2 tonight that have scored on a wild throw, allowing a runner to score, and now the Steamers looking to retake the lead here in the 5th. Morris, Kirk, and Paulson due up for the second time against Porter Brady. And the first pitch to Morris is a fastball outside. That fastball, well, it has been on point tonight. Drifted away from the righties at times. A few wild pitches to Ty Garza. Few wild pitches to Morris, allowing Garza to move up. And the 1-0, a big cut and a miss. Morris struck out his first time on that fastball. Nice fastball from Brady. He's gotten a few Steamers to this point. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brady coming into the game with 29 strikeouts. He has 5 tonight. And the 1-1 is fouled off. It's 1-2. Lefty Porter Brady in the spring for the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. 21 appearances, 2 starts. 0-3, 8.13 ERA, 27 and 2/3 innings pitched. The 1-2 to Morris swung on, fouled straight back. Okay. First team all-conference junior and senior year at Kill Devil Hills, playing baseball, football. Finished high school with a career 1.21 ERA, pitching a lot right here at historic Hicks Field against the Edenton Aces. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Morris, fastball, fouled straight back. Remains 1-2. Batted .342 in high school. Has merged into an excellent pitcher for the Scallywags and the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Chris Morris. Right, he gets the sign. And the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. He struck him out for the second time. An excellent fastball running away from Morris. And for the 7th time tonight, the Steamers have been set down on strikes. The 2nd time for Morris. And now Gabe Kirkup. Some bullpen action going for the Scallywags. In the bottom of the 5th. But Porter Brady in cruise control at the moment. And the first pitch to Kirk is a breaking ball outside. It's 1-0. A lot of fastballs to Morris. A lot of these Steamers, but scouting report really for Morris has been a lot of breakers in recent games. 1-0 to Kirk. Fastball, swing, and a miss. Really the success for Gabe Kirk in recent games. His hits to the opposite field. Double to left field last night. Going against really stereotypical shift, if you will, for the left-handed batter. The 1-1 is outside, a breaking ball. Now straight away fielding for the Scallywags with Finkelton, but shaded towards the hole on the right side. An open spot up the middle. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball way outside. Brady missing outside to the Steamers' first baseman. 3-1. Infielder from Olivet College. Really taking over that starting role at first. Tate Abbott started in over a week. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch from Brady. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 2. Kirk ready to toss the bat aside, and the count is now full. An excellent spot for Brady. Trying to find that outside half of the zone this at bat. Now the count is full with 1 out as Nate Paulson in the on-deck circle. And the 3-2. Fastball outside, ball 4. Tried to find that spot at the top of the zone, could not. And Gabe Kirk works a 1-out walk as Nate Paulson to the plate. Went outside, all at bat against the lefty. At the call on the 3-1, a fastball drifted wide. Just Brady's 3rd walk of the game. Now Nate Paulson to the plate, 0 for 1. Did not get a hit in his return to action last night against the River Bandits. And the first pitch from Brady is in there for a strike. Hasn't had to pitch out of the stretch much tonight. And the stretch here with a runner on. Just the 4th base runner for the Steamers. 3 walks. A dribbling single from Luke Myers right back to the mound. The 0-1. Fastball in there for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. That fastball, so effective. Hard to see the deception from Brady. Unorthodox behind the head motion as he comes to the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Paulson. Fastball swung on, softly hit to first. Duncan gloves it, goes to second for 1. You lower to first, is low by Brady, and it gets into the fence, and Paulson will be awarded second base as it goes into the Scallywags dugout. Another error for the Scallywags, their 3rd of the ball game, and out recorded at second base. And for the 3rd time on either side, a base runner will have second base with 2 outs on an error. 5 combined errors. Nearly doubled the amount of runs from the 2 sides through the early going. And now Drifton Paget up with 2 outs and a runner at second. Fielder's choice for Paulson. He reaches second on the throwing error by Alex Uloa. And the first pitch from Brady is a fastball. It's from way outside as Smeltzer sprawls to retrieve it. Rifton Paget, 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to second. Finkelstein at second base. Rotating around the bag at second, moving back and forth. On a potential pickoff, a hole on the right side, and the 1-0 to Paget, swing and a miss. Fastball closer to the outside half, Paget a big cut, and it's 1-1. Patty's gone outside to lefties, outside to righties with that fastball. Come in as well with the breaking pitch. And the 1-1 to Paget, fastball, another one outside, this one fouled off to the right. It's now 1-2 to the Steamers center fielder. And the Steamers wearing specialty uniforms tonight, auctioned off during the game. All the proceeds going to the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. An effort to strike out ALS. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Paulson at second, reaching on a fielder's choice, and it's fouled off. Remains 1-2. Outfielder from NC Wesleyan University, Paget, 2022 USA South All Academic Team, USA South All Conference Team. Played last summer for the Boone Bigfoots. The Steamers played at the beginning of the season, the 2022 year. Looking for a big hit here with 2 outs. The 1-2 swung on, grounded to second. Finkelstein gets it on a few hops, gloves it, throws to first in time to retire Paget. A walk, a runner reaching on a fielder's choice and an error, and a runner left. We go to the top of the 6th. Still a 1-1 ball game at historic Hicks Field. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have 1 fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today.
My name is Tyler Alvarez, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
Thank you, Tyler. You're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. Jacob Smedley, glad to be with you. This game all season for all of the home broadcasts. Just a handful left in the regular season before the PCL playoffs. Monday against the Greenbrier Knights. Friday against the Outer Banks Scallywags again. Next Saturday, the final game of the regular season, right here against the Greenbrier Knights. 2 matchups next week between the Knights and the Steamers. Top half of the 6th inning, 2-3-4 for the Scallywags. Really the most productive player both sides offensively tonight. Center fielder Cole Mascolo, 2 hits for the Scallywags to this point, a single and a double, and the first pitch from Baumgartner, a breaking ball in there for a strike. Mascolo, one of the players to watch tonight. 276 average before the game, definitely going up after his first 2 at-bats. The 0-1, a breaking ball low and away, it's 1-1. Now a 5-game hitting streak, 5 hits in his last 2 games, including tonight against the Steamers. The 1-1 swung on, grounded sharply to short. Myers stays down on it, gloves it, throws the first in time to retire Mascolo for the first time tonight, and there's 1 out here in the 6th. Luke Myers, excellent play at short. Had a handful of balls eat him up last night against Tarboro. Part of 4 errors for the Steamers, 2 tonight. And now Aiden Feather due up. Feather is 0 for 1 with a hit batter, and the first pitch swung on, popped in the air, first base side. Playable for Kirk, right behind the bag, and he makes the catch. 2 outs on just 4 pitches. Here in the 6th, has been a pitcher's duel. As Tyrus Baumgartner in his second inning of work. And now Max Puckett to the plate. Max Puckett 0 for 1 tonight. And the first pitch to him is inside. It's 1-0. Puckett hit by a pitch his last time from Gianna Scully. Flew out his first time. And the 1-0 pitch from Baumgartner, a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. That breaking pitch, the slider, the curveball, Baumgartner using it to get ahead of the Scallywags lefties. And the 1-1, another breaking pitch. This one missed outside, and it's 2-1. Baumgartner, as mentioned, in his third season with the Steamers from Canova, West Virginia. 4.56 ERA last year for the Clams, and Puckett swung on, grounded softly up the first base line. Kirk grabs it, tags Puckett to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Baumgartner in the top of the sixth. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Steamers, Scallywags knotted up at 1. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at FaroGas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to the historic Hicks Field. Jacob Smedley here with you. Bottom half of the sixth inning in a 1-1 ball game. And a call to the bullpen for the Scallywags. Right-hander Daniel Dietrich Jr. is in there replacing Porter Brady, who goes 5 innings, allows just 1 hit, 1 unearned run, and strikes out 7. He walked 3 and leaves in a tie ball game for Daniel Dietrich. Was in his 5th game of the season, 13 2/3 innings pitched, 2-1 with 18 hits allowed, 9 earned runs, 4 walks, 15 strikeouts, a 4.61 ERA, a 1.61 whip out on the mound. Dietrich, his first appearance since July 12th when he came in, started the ball game against the Steamers, earned the loss in the Steamers' last victory between the two teams on July 12th. And he comes in a 1-1 ball game. The Steamers with just 1 hit. It barely traveled past home plate in this ball game. Bausis, Myers, and Santana do up against Daniel Dietrich. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 1-1 ball game. It's the complete opposite of recent games between these two teams. Steamers winning the first one 10-1. The second game 3-0. Won the first 3, and then here in July the Scallywags 11-7 victory, most recently 8-0 shutout win a little over a week ago. And the first pitch from the right-hander is inside, and it hits Ben Bausis. Fastball inside, and it hits the Steamers' second baseman. Another hit batter from both sides. The first hit Clam tonight as Bausis goes down to first, and a leadoff base runner from the right-hander from Bryan and Stratton College from Norfolk, Virginia. 6'1", 175. 2 appearances in the spring for Bryant and Stratton College. 7 1/3 innings pitched. Ace is off against Myers here with 1 on here in the 6th. Myers squares around a bunt, gets it down right in front of the mound. Dietrich fields it, throw to first is in time. A successful sacrifice by Luke Myers. Advancing Bausis up to second, dropped it down beautifully in front of the plate. And a good throw by Dietrich. Porter Brady, the last time Myers was up, threw it wide. Now out to the mound is Noah Smeltzer, giving a bit of a scouting report to the right-hander Daniel Dietrich on Giomar Santana. Santana so far tonight for the Steamers. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts against Porter Brady. Santana, a few weeks ago, had an 11-game hitting streak going. Since then, bit of a struggle at the plate. Had some walks. But a huge opportunity for a big hit in a tie ball game in the 6th. And the first pitch from Dietrich is in there for a strike. 3 pitches, already an out, a strike called, and a hit batter, and a runner in scoring position. A right-hander from Norfolk, Virginia. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Santana. Fastball cued right back to the mound. Dietrich fields it, checks the third, throws to first. As Bausis advances from second to third on the ground out right back to the mound. Santana's retired. And now there's 2 outs and a runner over at third for Davis Halstead, the Steamers' number 3 batter. Halstead 0 for 1 with a walk. Last time the Steamers had a runner over at third, he scored on a fielding error. Back in the 2nd. 1-1 game. Steamers looking to go in front here in the 6th. And the first pitch from Dietrich, a fastball way inside. It's 1-0. Daniel Dietrich Jr., late entrant to the season for the Scallywags. Both teams arms in and out of the lineup. University's calling guys back. Pitching limits put on. And the 1-0 pitch to Halstead swung on, fouled off at the plate. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Davis Halstead with Ty Garza, who has a run scored. The walk is on deck if the inning continues. Neither team with bullpen action. Both teams entering the bullpen here in the middle innings. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch to Halstead. Swung on, dribbled up to second base. Charging is Finkelstein, loves it, and he bobbles it, throws to first, and retires Halstead. And Bausis is left stranded over at first. A runner left on a hit batter. We go to the top half of the 7th. 1-1 ball game at historic Hicks Field. The new 2023 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet and Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. You can also pick up your Chowan County Cantaloupes gear, but only at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details.
Hey, my name is Zane Loveday, and you're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel.
You're watching Edenton Steamers Baseball on the home of the Steamers, the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel, not only for just the streams, catching up with the Clams this week, talk with right-hander John Horton, attitude off the field, on the field, fit, pre-game fit. Helping me out with my bit on and off the field. You can check out the full video right here on YouTube. Top half of the 7th inning, Tyrus Baumgartner back on the hill for the Steamers against Josh Folks, Alex Uloa, and John Simmons. And the first pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Josh Folks, 0 for 2 so far tonight, the outfielder from Campbell University. And the 0-1 grounded out to second. 2 hops for Bausis. Gloves it, throws to first in time for out number 1. Both pitchers out of the pen, and really both starters tonight. Quick work. Getting ahead in the count. Limited walks. Just 3 for either side. The Steamers pitching hasn't walked a scallywag to this point as Alex Uloa in. And the first pitch swung on line foul. Just above the concession stand, a hard line drive from the shortstop from FIU. Miami, Florida native. Played shortstop. He's also pitched this season. Swung on foul at the plate. It's 0-2. A few games ago against the Steamers. Steamers 10-2 victory. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Moving right along. A 1-1 game. And the pitch to Uloa. Swung on, fly ball, left center field. It's shallow. Coming in is Paget. He plays it on a hop. A diving attempt in left by Paulson. He couldn't get it. And the 4th hit of the game for the Scallywags is a single by Alex Uloa to left center. And now a runner on with 1 out for John Simmons, who singled and came around to score on an errant throw from third. And the first pitch to Simmons is in there for a strike. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors now for the Scallywags. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors for the Steamers. And the 0-1 pitch to Simmons swung on, popped foul and out of play. It's 0-2. John Simmons, 31 games played for Liberty in the spring, a 200 batting average, 15 hits, 2 triples, a home run. Graduate of Liberty Christian Academy. And the 0-2 pitch swung on, grounded foul behind home. It's 0-2. Steamers now through the last 15 innings here against the Scallywags. Combined 1 run and 3 hits. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Simmons is a fastball high. It's 1-2. Scoring 14 runs and a 14-6 victory between the 2 teams in June. Scallywags pitching has 1 over here in July. The 1-2, fastball outside, check swing, appeal, no swing. Goes to 2-2. 2 misses with a fastball from Baumgartner. It's 2-2 to Simmons. Uloa over at first. A 1-out single to left, and the 2-2 pitch to Simmons. Swing and a miss. Going to second as Uloa. The throw down is in time. A strike him out, throw him out double play. Over Rice to second. Myers the tag on the run. A hit left stranded. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 ball game. Is your kid a fan of the Clam? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. A pitcher's duel carries into the 7th inning A strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play in the top half of the 7th inning. Luke Myers coming over to cover was on the run, making the catch from Overitis and applying the tag to Alex Uloa. Got a 1-out hit, a strikeout to Simmons, and a double play out at second. Now the Steamers looking for some offense. Here in the 7th inning, just 1 hit, 1 run, and the 1 run back in the 2nd inning on a fielding error by the Outer Banks Scallywags. 4, 5, 6 due up in the 7th. Ty Garza, Tyler Overitis, and Chris Morris due up. Garza, the only run scored for the Steamers, is a walk, a strikeout so far tonight. Up against Daniel Dietrich in his 2nd inning of work. And the first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Ty Garza had a hit streak going earlier in the season. Had 8 RBIs this past weekend against the Stars and the Redbirds, and the 0-1 is in there for a strike. Had 4 extra base hits in a span of 2 games, and he's down in the count 0-2. Dietrich gets the sign, and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, fouled off. Excellent catch, dodging out of the way is Zach Alexander, putting his hands out to the catcher Smeltzer. Head coach of Manio High School baseball, assistant baseball coach at NC Wesleyan from 2013 to 2018, dodging out of the way of the foul ball. And the 0-2 pitch again to Garza. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 3. 4 fastballs from Dietrich. He dotted the last one up on the outside corner. And 1 out here in the 7th inning. 8 strikeouts now for the Steamers. 7 from Brady. And now the first one for Dietrich is Tyler Overitis due up. 0 for 2 with one of those 8 strikeouts. And the first pitch is a fastball on the outside half. 5 straight fastballs from Dietrich. All have been picture perfect here in the 7th. And the 0-1 Overitis, another fastball. This one swung on and missed. It's 0-2. All strikes from Dietrich through his first 6 pitches. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Overitis. Swung on, fouled off, third base side. Packed house tonight. The kids' camp finishing up today. Tonight's starter, Alex Gianascoli. Camp counselor, Davis Halstead. The final kids' camp of the season. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Overitis. Fastball swung on, fouled straight back. Kids getting instruction for 3 hours each day. Smiles on their faces, being around the players. Great thing to see players giving back. The kids' camp, all of the community appearances. A few left this season. And the 0-2 pitch to Overitis. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball inside for Dietrich, who is dialing it up here in the 7th inning. 2 strikeouts. Now 9 on the game for the Steamers. And now Chris Morris, who has 2 Ks tonight at the dish, steps in. Another fastball. Excellent location from Dietrich. Riding inside on Overitis. Swung over the top of it. The first pitch to Morris is a fastball high, 1-0. Morris, the team leader in home runs with 4. Hit all 4 in his first 11 games with the Steamers. Here in his 2nd year in the teal and black, the 1-0 fastball high. Morris limited at-bats last season. He's dominant out of the pen with a sub-3 ERA for the championship squad. And this season, thrown into more of a hitter's role, batting a little under 300. And the 2-0 pitch from Dietrich, a fastball way inside, and it got him. Another hit batter, the second one now dished out from Dietrich. Little fist bump from Smeltzer and Morris for a show of showmanship as Morris goes down to first. Bausis getting hit in the 6th. Morris getting hit in the 7th. And now the go-ahead run for the Steamers over at first base. And now Gabe Kirk to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Combined 5 hits. Just 2 runs on either side to show for it. The first and the second place teams in the Premier Collegiate League. Action in the Steamers' pen. No one up for the Scallywags with Daniel Dietrich in a 1-1 game. And the first pitch to Kirk gives a breaking ball outside. It's 1-0. Kirk also changing his stance too in the midst of his struggles, changing his walk-up song. So far, all about those superstitions on a jump start. A late season surge as the 1-0 is inside. It's 2-0. That started the season more outside of his body, outside of his helmet. This past few weeks kind of moved it down, waving right behind the head. And the 2-0 pitch to Kirk. Breaking ball low, and it's now 3-0 with Morris over at first to a 2-out hit batter. And Nate Paulson on deck. He's 0 for 2. 3 balls, no strikes. The Steamers' first baseman up at the plate, and Gabe Kirk. And the pitch from Dietrich, inside, ball 4. And after 2 strikeouts to begin the inning, Dietrich hits Morris and walks Gabe Kirk on 4 pitches. And now the go-ahead run for the Clams is out at second base. And talk about a player coming up in a huge spot. Nate Paulson coming in to the game, a 130 average, 0 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch to him is a fastball low and away. It's 1-0. A disappointing season for Paulson as Zach Alexander coming out to talk with Dietrich. No one up in the pen. Is coming out to visit with the righty as Alex Uloa leading the conversation as well. Going back to Paulson, an incredible season last year for the Steamers, batting in the heart of the team's lineup. A strong year with West Virginia State University in the spring. He hit 10 home runs, a career high. And a struggle this summer for him at the dish. Changed his approach similarly to Kirk. A walk-up song change. And here, one of the biggest moments of the season in a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 7th with 2 on. Mound visit over. Scallywags break to their respective positions. As Daniel Dietrich returns to the mound in a 1-0 count to the Steamers' left fielder. Hole on the right side with Finkelstein guarding second. And the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner. That fastball command for Dietrich. Working that outside corner. Really tough to do anything if you're Paulson with that pitch on the outside half. Seen just a handful of breaking pitches. No need when you got a fastball like the way Dietrich is moving it. The 1-1. This one low and away. It's 2-1. Drift and Paget due up next if Paulson were to reach. In the bottom of the 7th. Only 1 hit for the Steamers. Looking for another one here with 2 outs. And the 2-1. Fastball swing and a foul at the plate. It goes to 2-2. Low fastball. Paulson. Uppercut swing. Knocking it down at the plate. The outfielder from Bridgeport, West Virginia. Up with 2 on. And 2 outs. In a 2-2 count. In a 1-1 ball game. And the pitch. Swung on, tapped in front of the plate. Coming up is Dietrich. Fields it. Throw to first is in time. Daniel Dietrich avoids damage in the 7th. A hit batter and a walk with 2 outs. Both left stranded. We go to the top of the 8th. 1-1 ball game. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Faro Gas. For easy and reliable service, Faro Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at ferrogas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. A call to the bullpen brought to you by Faro Gas. Right-hander Chandler Padgett on the hill for the Steamers in his 8th game of the season. His first relief appearance. He takes over for Tyrus Baumgartner, who goes 3 innings, 2 hits. He allows just 1 run that went unearned on a throwing error. 3 strikeouts. Top half of the 8th inning, a dominant pitching performance on both sides. You had to imagine, with a pitching duel going on, that the Steamers call on one of their best in Chandler Padgett, the 2023 PCL All-Star. 39 innings pitched, 5-1 record, 2.07 ERA. Struck out a team-high 45, and he's in here in a tie ball game. His first relief appearance of the season, coming in against the heart of the order. Due up for the Scallywags. The third relief pitcher used by the Steamers tonight. They used 3 to get the victory last night against the River Bandits. And now, stepping up, the first to face off against Chandler Padgett will be a pitch hitter, number 4, Alex Gomez. The catcher from Old Dominion University will pitch it. In for Noah Smeltzer. A new addition to the Scallywags in just his 2nd game. And the first pitch from Padgett is a fastball inside, 1-0 Padgett. Fastball, sweeping, breaking pitch out on the hill. Devastating breaking pitch. Needs the command in the zone. The 1-0 pitch. There is that fastball over the heart of the plate. It's 1-1. Gomez, as mentioned, in just his 2nd game of the season. 1 at bat. He walked. And a run scored. And the 1-1 is out of the zone. 2-1. Really filling the spot of Jackson Thompson on the Scallywags roster. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch from Padgett, a fastball high. It's now 3-1. Padgett pitched a handful of times now against the Scallywags. This is his 4th time, Started the first 3. And the 3-1 swung on, fouled off. It's 3-2. 5 innings and the 10-1 Steamers victory on opening night. 7 innings. And a 3-0 win. Didn't give up a run, 119 pitches. 4 innings on July 1st. And the 3-2 is low, ball 4. Gomez walks. The first walk surrendered by Steamers pitching. And now a runner on for James Duncan. In that most recent start against Outer Banks. A loss. 6 runs given up. 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. And comes in to relief here in the 8th inning of a tie game. And James Duncan due up. And the first pitch from Padgett is a fastball outside. It's 1-0. That fastball command has gotten Padgett in trouble despite all of his success. And he's missed with that fastball, giving the other team advantages. Over right is the throw back to first, and Gomez is out. A 2-0 pitch. Duncan squaring around the high throw. Gomez dancing off of first. And Overitis picks off his fellow backstop. And a huge out number 1 on the pickoff. And now the bases are clear with 1 out. Second base running blunder for the Scallywags tonight. The 2-0 pitch is high. It's now 3-0. Strikeout, throw him out, double play a few innings ago, and now a pickoff at first, and now it's 3-0. Pickoff could loom large as the 3-0 pitch. Fastball at the top of the zone. It's 3-1. Duncan set to trot down to first. 3 balls, 1 strike. John Horton starting the throw in the Steamers' pen, and the 3-1 fastball, this one high. Ball 4, the second walk of the inning for Paget. And now Riley Finkelstein to the plate. That fastball command for the righty from NC Wesleyan University. It's drifted high here in the 8th. 2 walks. And the put out on a back pick to first. Riley Finkelstein to the plate. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Swings at the first pitch, flies it to right. Halstead on the run, and he can't make the catch. It goes up against the wall. Around second, heading to third. And going, stopping at third is Duncan. Up to second goes Finkelstein. A double here in the 8th. And 2 on with 1 out for the Scallywags. The 5th hit of the game for Outer Banks. And now Hayden Freeze due up. A double out of the outstretched arm of Halstead. Riley Finkelstein, who gave the Steamers a run in the bottom of the 2nd. Lines a double to right to put Outer Banks with a golden opportunity with their best hitter up. 2 walks and a double to the bottom of the order. And now Hayden Freeze, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and the first pitch to him, a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Infield is in for the Steamers in a tie ball game in the top of the 8th. Freeze looking to put his team in front. The 0-1 in there. It's 0-2. Got Freeze at the plate. Also Cole Mascolo on deck, who has 2 hits tonight. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Duncan at third, a walk. Finkelstein at second, and that one swung on, grounded to short. Myers, fake throw to third, throws to first. It gets by Kirk. Error gonna go against Gabe Kirk. Myers excellent holding the runners. Both runners stay. Freeze gets to first. Error gonna go against Luke Myers on the wild throw. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Cole Mascolo. The errors for both sides, creating chaos on the bases. 6 now combined errors. And the bases are loaded for Cole Mascolo. 2 walks, a double, and an error. And the first pitch to Mascolo, a fastball wide. It's 1-0 as Horton continues to warm. The first 4 batters reaching. No runs across. Now the pickoff. Huge to lead off the inning as the 1-0 is in there for a strike. Paget falling behind batters here in the 8th. Finkelstein the double. Freeze reaching on an error from Myers. And the 1-1, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cole Mascolo with 1 out with the bases loaded. Kirk and Garza in on the bag. Myers and Bausis deep in the middle infield. The 1-2 is popped in the air. Shallow left. Going out is Myers. He makes the catch. A huge out number 2. To one of the Scallywags' best hitters. A pop out to second, and now there's 2 outs with the bases loaded. An excellent pitch call for Overitis and Paget. The soft stuff that Mascolo gets underneath, and now Aiden Feather who's 0 for 2. Both teams have left a lot of runners on tonight. Scallywags have already left the bases loaded. Back in the first. And the first pitch to Feather is a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. To the extra hitter tonight for Outer Banks. And the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on, fouled off first base side. And the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Duncan at third with a walk. Finkelstein at second with a double. And Freeze over at first, reaching on an error. The infield back, playing for the out with 2 outs. And the pitch from Paget, fastball way outside. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Aiden Feathers normally in the field. Second base, third base this season. Head coach Zach Alexander putting him in the middle of the lineup tonight. The 1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Chandler Paget walks the tightrope and gets out of damage in the 8th. A walk, a double, and an error stranded all on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The game remains tied 1-1. Well, fans, summer is here. You know what that means. Graduation, parties, and cookout season. The Steamers Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, family gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Is your kid a fan of the Clan? Why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club, presented by Weatherly Insurance? Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players, and much more. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. The Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Throw in some fireworks. We have 1 fireworks show remaining for this summer. You can catch this show on Saturday, July 29th, right here at historic Hicks Field. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. Welcome back. Bottom half of the 8th inning. A monumental strikeout for Chandler Paget in the top of the 8th to get out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the 8th. His twin brother, Drifton, will start the inning off against Daniel Dietrich, who's in for his 3rd inning in relief of Porter Brady. And the first pitch to Paget is a changeup low. It's 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to Paget. 0 for 2 so far. Paget, Balsis, and Myers. And the 1-0 swung on, grounded up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Drifton Paget following in his brother's footsteps with a big play and a single up the middle. Just the 2nd hit of the game for the Steamers. And now Ben Balsis up. A strikeout, reached on an error. You have to wonder, head coach Justin Hill, if a bunt could be in order for the number 10 batter for the Steamers. With only 2 runs scored in the ballgame, a tie game between PCL division rivals. And the first pitch to Balsis, not bunting, and he takes the fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Ben Balsis, who's in just his 11th game in the field as a two-way player from Chowan University. And the 1-0 throw, a bit wide. Duncan having to come out, corral it. And that remains 1-0. Ben Balsis, 250 average in the spring for Chowan. He's up here with one on and nobody out. And the pitch, Paget off of first, throw low, the throw to second from Gomez is not in time, it goes into center field. Paget takes center, the new catcher. Alex Gomez's throw is wide, and the go-ahead run for the Steamers is out at second base. Alex Gomez, the freshman from Old Dominion. Tough play to throw on, too. A breaking ball low and in. Paget with his 8th stolen bag. Now it's 2-0 to Bouses. Corners creeping in even with the bag. And the 2-0 pitch from Dietrich. Fastball swung on, popped foul and out of play. First base side remains 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Go ahead run out at second base. Paget a single and a stolen bag of second. Luke Myers, the leadoff hitter on deck. Bousis looking to come through. Squares around on the 2-1. The throw inside and a called strike on the attempt. Bousis squaring around. Fastball low and in, and Bousis unable to pull the bat back. It's now 2-2. Bousis surprised, squaring around so late in the at-bat. Like he was. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Dietrich. Fastball swung on, fouled off. It remains 2-2. Ben Bousis, been one of the team's best pitchers on the mound. 11 games pitched, 39 innings, 4-0 with a 2.30 ERA. Tonight, looking to play hero at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Dietrich. Fastball swung on, grounded right side. Duncan, an incredible catch. Tosses to first, out number 1. Paget goes over to third, a productive out from Bousis. But what could be a potential game-saving snap over at first by James Duncan. Some fireworks starting to go off in the distance. Steamers looking for some offensive fireworks here in the 8th inning to take the lead. Going back to Duncan. 6 errors combined, but an incredible snap on a high hopper. Infield in. Paget at third. And the pitch to Myers. Swung on in the air, left field. Freeze coming in, it's shallow. He makes the catch. Paget tagging from third. The throw to the plate is not in time. A sacrifice fly from Luke Myers. And the Steamers take the lead in the 8th. Freeze's throw was offline. And the Clams go up 2-1 in the 8th. Drift and Paget sent by head coach Justin Hill on a shallow fly to left. The throw was up the line, and the Steamers are up 2-1 with 2 outs, and Giomar Santana looking to keep it going. And the first pitch to him swung on, fly to left. Freeze coming in, Mascolo as well. Freeze calls it off and makes the catch. The Steamers get a run on 1 hit on the sac fly from Luke Myers. The Clams looking to close it out in the 9th. They now lead it 2-1. Who's ready to rock? The 2nd annual Clam Jam is coming up on Saturday, September 9th. We welcome 3 awesome bands to jam out at historic Hicks Field. Starting at 5 p.m. that afternoon, Old Fish Hatchery Records will take the stage, followed by the Eric Dunlow Band at 7 p.m. and the headlining Daniel Jordan Band at 9 p.m. Advance tickets will be available at EdentonSteamers.com for $15 or can be purchased at the gate that night for $20. Bring your lawn chair and take the field for the rocking event. Numerous food and beverage options will be available all night. We hope to see you there. Is working with your propane provider a hassle? Then it's time to switch to Feral Gas. For easy and reliable service, Feral Gas offers quick delivery options, nationwide propane supply, online account tools, and a friendly team of professionals, all here to make your life simpler. Get started today with a price quote at feralgas.com. That's FERRELLGAS.com. Welcome back to historic Hicks Field. A call to the bullpen brought to you by Feral Gas, easy propane service. Coming in for the Steamers now in a 2-1 ball game. For the save is right-hander John Horton in his 18th ball game, 22 1/3 innings pitched, 2-0 with 3 saves already on the season. 3.22 ERA, 8 earned runs allowed, 30 strikeouts, 16 hits, and 7 walks. The Steamers getting a run across. Steamers run also brought to you by Feral Gas, easy propane service. Drift and Paget doing it all, following up his brothers Houdiniac to get out of the top of the 8th. Paget singling to start the bottom of the 8th. Stole second base, got to third on a ground out, and a sac fly from Luke Myers, putting the Steamers in front. 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors. And John Horton looking to redeem himself. He gave up 4 runs in an inning and a third the last time these two teams faced off in Outer Banks. He's in now, looking to close out the Steamers' 24th win. And the first pitch to DH Max Puckett is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Puckett, Folks, Uloa. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Outer Banks. Here against Horton. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. There's the slider from Horton. 2-pitch pitcher. Fastball, slider. Fastball mid to high 80s. Curveball. Slider in there as well. The 0-2 is high. It's 1-2. Talking with John and the catching up with the Clams episode, and about the mentality on and off the field. Cracking jokes off the field, tossing T-shirts in the stands. On the mound, it's all business. The 1-2 swung on, fouled off. A right-hander from Norfolk State University. Not only has been one of the Steamers' best pitchers, a PCL All-Star, but has really served the reliever coming in the most high-leverage situations. The 1-2 pitch to Puckett is a fastball high. It's 2-2. Puckett tonight, 0 for 2. Just on an error. Also got hit by a pitch earlier on in the ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Horton swung on, fouled straight back. Max Puckett, you're talking about guys for Outer Banks you want up in this situation. Freeze, despite his struggles tonight, definitely one of them. Cole Mascolo, who has 2 hits tonight. But Max Puckett, mentioned 2 home runs in his last 3 games. He has a walk-off homer this season. The 2-2 breaking ball swung on, fouled off at the plate. Another foul ball from Puckett, and it's 2-2. Redshirted his freshman year at Mercer in the spring. Return after the season and play a big role next season. Looking to come up with a big hit here in the 9th. And the 2-2 from Horton, breaking pitch, line foul. Another breaking pitch. 3 straight against Puckett. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Josh Folks, the right fielder, on deck. 1 run, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Scallywags. 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Steamers. 2-2 pitch to Puckett, swung on, cued out to second. Bounces, comes in, plays it on a hop, and it goes off of his glove. And Puckett will reach on the Steamers' 4th error of the game. Bausis came in chose to let it hop, and it eats him up on the infield dirt. And now Josh Folks to the plate. Ben Bausis, second error tonight. 3 out of the 4 Clams infielders have an error tonight. And now Josh Folks up. And the first pitch squaring around, pops bunt foul. Out of play. Both teams playing small ball tonight. Steamers running the second inning. 2 wild pitches from Porter Brady, scoring on an error. Scallywags scoring a run on the fifth. In the 5th on a throwing error by Ty Garza. Clams getting one in the 8th on a hit and then a sac fly. And the 0-2, Folks swing around again. He bunts it foul. Fastball coming right in. Folks trying to get out of the way at the same time. Squares it, bunts it foul, and it's 0-2. His head coach Zach Alexander calling time. Trying to motion over to first base. And a signal being made. A pitch runner going to come in. Number 25, Christian Yu, is going to come in and pitch it for Max Puckett, now in an 0-2 count. Pitch running for Max Puckett, the infielder from Long Island University. Infielder, right-handed pitcher. Going to come in and serve as a runner for Puckett in a 2-1 ball game. No balls and 2 strikes. The count to Folks, who's 0 for 3 to this point. See, with 2 strikes, the bunt is still on. No square round at the plate. Horton throws over Kirk. An exceptional scoop. High bouncing throw from Horton. Kirk, the diving snap, as Yu remains at first. A few throw-overs. Been a bit wide of the mark. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from the Clams closer. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The fastball right by Folks. And there's now 1 away here in the 9th. And now Alex Uloa to the plates. 0-2. 2 bunt foul balls. And then Horton reared back and gave him the gas right down the middle of the plate. 1 out. Yu at first. In for Puckett, who reached on an error. And the first pitch to Uloa is a fastball high. It's 1-0. Uloa, one of the 4 hits tonight for the Scallywags. A bloop single to left in 3 at-bats. No one up for the Steamers. It's Horton's job to finish. And the 1-0 to Uloa. Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he went around. According to Otis Moore, it's 1-1. Slider out of the zone. The shortstop, Uloa, couldn't hold up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. And the pitch from Horton. Fastball fouled straight back, and the count is 1-2. John Horton looking for his 4th save of the season. Steamers as a whole have 7, 2 from Gianna Scully, who started tonight's ball game. Ben Bausis has 1, Tyrus Baumgartner with the other. 1-2 pitch to Uloa, fastball fouled off, and it remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. John Horton with Norfolk State in the spring. 0-4 with just 1 save. He has 3 already here in the summer. The 1-2 breaking ball fouled off down the third baseline. 19 appearances in the spring for Horton. 8.47 ERA. 34 innings pitched. He finished the spring holding 4 1/3 scoreless. Looking for 1 scoreless inning to close out tonight and give the Steamers a huge win. And the 1-2 pitch again to Uloa. Fastball swung on line, foul down the first baseline. And similarly to Max Puckett to start the inning, the Scallywags shortstop making Horton work for it here in the 9th. John Simmons, who has a hit and has scored the only run for the Scallywags, waits on deck. Middle infield, set to turn 2. Garza even at the bag, and the 1-2. Fastball high, and it goes to 2-2. 2 pitches for Horton, fouled off the fastball. Wonder if he goes back to that breaker in a 2-2 pitch. At the check swing strike for the first strike. You at first with 1 out, and the pitch. Breaking ball popped in the air to center. Paget coming in, drifting back. He's underneath of it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. There was the breaking pitch from Horton, tailing away. Uloa flies out to center. And now John Simmons is the final hope for the Scallywags in the 9th. Went fastball, fastball, fastball to Uloa. Kept fouling it off. Went with the breaking pitch on 2-2 and got the fly out to center. 2 outs. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. 20 pitches for Horton in the 9th. And the first pitch to Simmons is fouled straight back. 2-1 ball game. The second lowest scoring game between these 2 teams. The Steamers shut out the Scallywags 3-0. Every other game included at least 4+ runs, except tonight. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Simmons. Fastball in there, called strike 2. And Outer Banks is down to their final strike of the game. No balls. 2 strikes. 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Runner at first. Horton comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. John Horton shuts the door in the 9th. And the Steamers win it. Their 24th win of the season. They've officially clinched the number 1 seed in the PCL playoffs in a few weeks. Their 5th win of the season against the Scallywags in dramatic fashion. They win it 2-1. Your clamtastic player of the game, center fielder Drifton Paget, a single to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. He stole second. He went to third on a ground out and scored on a sac fly by Luke Myers to give the Clams the advantage in the bottom of the 8th. And they held on to win it. John Horton comes in, strands a runner and gets the job done. Steamers improved to 24-10 on the season. The Scallywags drop to 14-10-1. The next Steamers game will be tomorrow afternoon on the road against the Wake Forest Fungo at 3 p.m. The next home broadcast will be on Monday when the Clams play host to the Greenbrier Knights. Thank you for watching another presentation of Steamers Baseball on the Edenton Steamers YouTube page. This is Jacob Smedley saying so long and have a great night.